Hi, boys and girls. Have you had fun playing that tricky word game? Did you find a chocolate or maybe a toy under one of the cups? Maybe you've not had a chance to play it yet, and that's okay. If you haven't, you could do it later. Now I'm going to teach you a new tricky word today. Here it is on the screen. Can you see? Should we try and sound it out first and see what it looks like? Okay, here goes. Ready? W, a, s. And again. W, a, s. Was? That's not a word, is it? That's because this is a tricky word. Remember? Stop right there. We can't sound it out. It's a tricky word. I'm going to let you into a little secret now about this letter. The letter A. Normally, the letter A makes an a sound, doesn't it? But the letter A is a very cheeky letter, and he likes to play tricks on people. He likes to pretend that he's an O sometimes in words when he's with his friend W. You see, when A and W get together, A starts to be silly and pretends to be an O. Should we see what happens when he plays the trick on us and pretends to be an O? Let's see what word it is then. Ready? W-Oz. 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 What's that word? Was. That's right. It's the word was. You can't trick us. We worked it out, didn't we? Well done, everybody. Maybe you can think of a sentence with the word was in it. I was playing with my friend. I was watching TV. Was. Can you think of a sentence? Okay, once you've thought of a sentence, you can say it to your grown-up, and then we can move on to our new sound. Let's go to our new sound on the next page. Let me just get over to it. Here we go. Look, there are some clowns there sticking out their tongues. That's because to make our new sound, you have to stick your tongue out a little bit. Today, we're learning the sound F. It's a very soft sound. You can hardly hear it. Let's try it again. F. Now, grown-ups, we might need your help here because we want to make sure that your children are making the correct sound. We're not making the F sound for fish. We're making the F sound for like the number 3. Now to do this, we have to stick our tongue out a little bit. And we need to make sure our teeth are resting on top of our tongue. Okay, tongues out a little bit, teeth on the top and blow the air out. Grown-ups, can you demonstrate? Can you copy your grown-up? Are you making the same sound? Put your hand in front of your mouth. Can you feel the air blowing? That's right. Can you think of any words beginning with I've already given you an idea. I said the word 3. Maybe you can think of one. Now then, let's have a go at writing the sound. Oh, here we go. Let me move this across. Now, can you see I've done a huge and I've done a very tiny, just like we do in class. Okay, have you got your magic finger in the air? Let's give it a try. So we'll start with the letter T first of all. I'm going to get my finger. We're going to start at the top and we're going to go down and around and then a bar across the middle. And then we're going to start at the very top of our H. We're going to go down, up halfway, over the bridge. Let's try that again. So we'll start over here, nice and big, down and around, and a bar across, then down, up halfway, and over the bridge. Now let's do it teeny, teeny, tiny. Have you got your teeny, teeny, tiny fingers ready? We're going to go down and around, and a bar across, and then we're starting at the top. Don't forget, always start at the top, nice and high for, and down, and up, and over the bridge. Okay, well done. Maybe you can try it on your magic pads now too. Show your grown-up how you do that. And then rub it out. Okay, let's move on to the next page now. Before, I asked you to think of some words beginning with F. I wonder if you thought of any of these. Here's the first one. Should we have a go at reading it? We've got some sound buttons. Let's get my finger ready. Here goes. F, n. F, n. What's the word? Thin. Well done. What about this one? Ready? Ick. And again. Thick. What's the word? Thick. That's right. The cream was nice and thick in my dessert. Yum. What about this one? Let's sound it out. Ready? B. A. I hope you got a B and not a D. Let's try that again. B. A. Bath. We've got to make sure that we're sticking our tongue out a little bit and putting our teeth on. What we don't want to do is bite our bottom lip. That's a different type of sound. That's the F for fish and F for frog. We don't want that sound. We want it to be a F. Okay. Let's do the next one. Ready? R. And again. R. Moth. Good job. Now this next one is a challenge. It's a challenge because it's got some extra letters in it. Let's give it a try. Ready? K. L. Off. And again. K. L. What do you think? Cloth. That's right. Your grown-ups might have a cloth that they clean with in the kitchen. A cleaning cloth. Okay. Right now, back to that word. What's that tricky word again? Who remembers? Was. That's right. I'm going to keep testing you on that word. Right. Okay, boys and girls. It's time to do a little bit of spelling. Okay. I want you to get your chopping boards out. And the first word I want you to spell for me is the word path. Okay, chopping boards out. Let's break it up. Ready? P. A. Oh, I've got a low battery there. You might have missed that bit. Let's try again. P. A. And again. P. A. Now, do you remember that the th sound is 2 letters that makes one sound? So we're going to put those 2 letters in the end box because it will be P. A. Path. Now, if you want your grown-ups to draw you a phoneme frame, that would be great. Or you might not need a phoneme frame. You might think, no, I don't need that. I can do it all by myself, and that's great too. Okay, so I want you to write that down now, and I'm going to quickly flip the iPad down to write it in so we can see if we got it right. Okay, here goes. Don't forget, sound it out. Are you ready? P. A. You've got time while I'm doing mine. I wonder who's going to finish first, you or me? P. A. P. A. And then it's very hard using my my mouse mat here to write the word. Okay, I've done it. Have you done it? Let's have a look. P. A. Path. Great job if you got that one right. Okay, should we do the next one? Let's give it a try. Let's see. I'm coming across the screen. Here we go. Oh, look. Do you know what that is? It's a moth. Have you ever seen one before? It's a little bit like a butterfly, but moths come out at night time. They like the bright lights, so they'll come out in the dark, but they're attracted to the bright lights. So sometimes you see them flickering around light bulbs. Moth. Shall we chop up that word? R. And again. R. I hope nobody's tried to write the F, the letter F at the end of any of these words, because that's a different type of sound, isn't it? We want the th sound. Okay, off you go. Write the word moth. Let's see who finishes first. Off we go. Okay, don't forget to keep sounding it out as you're writing it. I'm doing my ah, and then, and I'm using my 2 letters to make one sound. Okay, ready? I finished. Have you? Moth. Moth. Hope you got it right. Right, okay, time to move on. Now then, let's see. Who remembers our new tricky sound? My mouse has disappeared. There we go. Who remembers our new tricky word? I should say, not tricky sound. Who remembers the new tricky word? What's that word again? Was. Don't forget that the A is playing a trick on us. It's pretending to be an O, isn't it? Okay, right now, I've got a challenge for you now. It's up to you whether you take this challenge on. I would love it if you did, because you know, by taking on a challenge, it stretches our brains. But grown-ups, you will know that maybe for some of your children, this might just be a step too far. But we can give it a try, can't we? Let's see. Now, the challenge today, and I've even written the word today on there, is to write me this sentence. Maths was fun today. So it's a word with the sound in, which is maths. It's got an extra s on the end there. Maths was, which is our new tricky word, fun. And I know that you can't spell the word today. There are some words that you just won't be able to spell correctly yet because we've not learnt them. So I've put the word today on the screen for you to copy. Can you see? It's got the 2 part in that we already know, 2, and then it's day. Okay, today. Right, see if you can do that for me. If you think this is too much of a challenge, that's absolutely fine. If you close this video now, you will be able to open up the link to Phonics Play, and there is a game there for you to play. It's a matching game. Okay, right, let's see. You might need to pause the video now so you can write that sentence for me. Maths was fun today. Right, I'm going to show you how to write it now. Let's see if you did the same as me. Oh, here it is. Now, I used a capital letter at the start of my sentence. There's our new sound. I did it in a different colour for you. And don't forget, you needed a S on the end. Maths. That was a really hard word to spell. Maths. And here's our new tricky word. Ass. You've got to remember that it's the A, isn't it, when we spell this word? It's pretending to be an O. And then fun, that should be an easy one to spell. F-U-N. And then there was the word that I gave to you. Today. That was quite hard, wasn't it? Right, okay, just before you go, what's that word again? What is it? Was. That's right. Okay, you've got a game to play now, like I was just saying earlier on. I'll try and open it for you. Oh no, I've lost it. Let's see, it's gone. Okay, the link is there for you. If you go onto Phonics Play, it's called Making a Match. You need to make sure you're in week 3. And what you do is you turn over 2 picture cards at a time. In fact, one should be a picture, one should be a word, but they're all jumbled up. And you've got to match them. Okay, so if you turned over a picture of a moth, you would need to find the word moth. And if you turned over a picture of a shed, I know you've learnt your sh sound this week, then you would need to find the picture of a shed. The word shed. Well, you know what I mean. You match them up. Oh my goodness me, I think I'm getting tired now. My brain's not working properly. Right, I hope you've enjoyed your phonics lesson today, boys and girls. There's also another little link to a Jack Hartman video. I know how much you like him when we do our subetising. He's made a brilliant song up all about the sound, so you might want to watch that too. All right, thank you for joining in. See you later.